Hello everyone, this is BeagleBlah back again to show you how to make a robot controlling Minecraft server. That sounds interesting. So, this Minecraft server is not for Minecraft Bedrock. So if you are on a Kindle, iPad, Android tablet, phone, console, or if you are getting your Minecraft from the Windows Store, this tutorial is not for you. It's only for people who got Minecraft from Minecraft.net, or if you know what you're doing, use an alternative launcher. Now, this also needs a little bit of technical knowledge about, a lot of technical knowledge kind of, about computers. So this code, if you don't understand about half of what it does, or this code really, this is Python code. If you don't understand about half of what it does, you probably shouldn't be using this tutorial. So, you don't need to understand, like if you know what Python is, you're probably fine. So, now we're going to download some dependencies required. Here we're on papermc.io, which is a Minecraft server program that is used for optimized performance and plugin compatibility. Again, if you don't know what that means, this video probably isn't for you. So here you've got this URL that will be in the description. And we're going to want 1.12.2. I know 1.16 is the newest, and I know that 1.17 is coming out soon, but the plugin that we're going to use is only compatible up to 1.12.2, so we're going to hit download anyway. Now, if you don't see this pop-up window, that's fine. That's just how I have it set up. So we've downloaded that. Now we're going to want to go to github.com/raspberry juice. Alright. This URL will be in the description also. Now we're going to want to go to jars, and we're going to want raspberry juice 1.12.1. I know it's not 1.12.2, but there's similar enough versions. So we're going to want to download that too. If you know what you're doing, you can also install a plugin called ViaVersion, which will allow players on older versions of newer versions of Minecraft to connect to your server. Now, by players, I should actually say player, because this server isn't really great for multiplayer. It's really just for you, or maybe your friend, to control a robot, but I'm not really sure how well it behaves with multiplayer. And with a real-world device that can move around, I'm not really gonna test it, and I also don't have an alt account, so there's that. But you can try it. Now you've got these two jars, or Java files. One is our server, and one is our plugin. Now we're also going to want to go over here, Minecraft.tools. And we're going to want to go to Flat World. Now you don't want any of these. What's bottomless pit? That's weird. I don't like that. So you can, if you want, you can just click the void and X, but I would just X all of them. Whatever. And then you're going to want to click the following blocks: grass, dirt, glass, bedrock, air. Air goes here. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. And it ends up looking like this. Just configure it to look like this. And just so you know, I dragged the icons. So we're going to want glass to be 3 blocks thick. Air to be 30 blocks thick. Grass to be 1 block thick. It's very important that that's 1, otherwise it'll cause some lag when the grass starts transforming to dirt. Dirt to 20 blocks thick, and bedrock to 2 blocks thick. Feel free to modify these, but I like these, and I know that they work. This is so that we can ensure that our world is ready to be programmed, because sometimes if it's a normal generated world, it's not really great for this kind of robot controlling because you have to go over hills and that's not convenient for good movement. So we're going to want to click here like I did, and you're going to want to copy this link. Or not link, it's a seed. Now you're going to want to go into Minecraft, make sure that 1.12.2 is selected, and hit play. Now we're going to want to hit single player. I don't need any of these worlds. I'm just gonna create new world, and we're going to call it world. That's kind of important so that the folder name is the same. We're gonna want it to be creative, more options, whoops, super flat, customize, presets, we're just gonna delete all that and paste our seed. Now you'll notice this comes up. That's exactly what we put in earlier. And you can kind of just make sure everything is right. Done. Done. And we're going to just hit create. Now, if you want, whoa, that's pretty cool. You can kind of take a walk around, get used to it. So this is basically what it looks like. Uh-oh. But you probably shouldn't do what I just did, because that's just gonna make it not happy. But yeah, this is your world now. And we're just going to hit save and quit. Now we're going to quit game. Now, we're going to open a new file window, %appdata, %, and I'm typing in the search bar basically. Not this search bar, but this bar. /.minecraft. And we're going to want to go into saves. You might not have all these folders, or you might have some that I don't. That's fine. Now, you'll see this folder, world. You're going to want to Control-C, copy that. And we're going to want to Control-V, paste. Now let's make a new folder called server. Let's put world inside of here. Uh-oh. I just started running my Minecraft server. I'll be right back. So just so you know, what happened is I accidentally double-clicked my paper.jar, which we will never really be doing, because we're going to run it with a command. So now I've got these 3 files. We're going to want to make a new folder, plugins. We're going to want to put raspberry juice in here. We're going to want to rename paper 1.12.2.1618 just to paper. Now we've got all this stuff. We're going to want to make a new text document. We're going to want to name it eula.txt. And we're going to want to just type eula equals true. Now there is a slightly easier way to do this, but I just think this is probably better because then you can generate the world all at once. Now we're going to want to click the search bar again and type CMD. Enter. Now it opens up this command prompt. You might have seen this before. And I'm going to assume you have Java installed. Not Minecraft Java, but Java. And if you don't know what that is and you've never installed it, Java. And you're just going to hit download and do whatever and install it and all that. but I have it installed, so I'm just going to type Java minus XMX 3G minus XMS 2G. Actually, let's change 3 to 4. I'm using my arrow keys to navigate. Minus jar paper.jar, and I use tab to autocomplete, and I'm going to hit enter. Now you'll notice, now let's hop on over here, and you'll notice it's starting to create some new files and folders. And all of them just got created at once. And now, our server is running, but we don't want that right now, so we're going to hit stop, or we're going to type it. Now we're going to want to go to spigot.yml. We're going to want to click Notepad. Let's full screen this. And we're going to want to find view distance. And we're just going to want to set this to, if you don't have a very powerful computer, set it to 3 or 4. I think I can do 5, but I'm doing this, I'm going to set it to 4 just so that I don't have to use up a lot of processing power on my computer. We're going to hit X. Now we're going to open up server.properties, again, hit Notepad. And there's a lot of settings here too. So now what we're going to want to do is go into here. I like command blocks enabled, although we're going to have a much better way of running commands in a second. And I'm using Control S to save my text files. We're going to, don't need any of these other settings, however, we will want game mode. We're going to want difficulty to be 0, and game mode to be, I'm so sorry, creative game mode number. I'm really sorry. Well, just so you know, minecraft.gamepedia.com is a great resource if you're having trouble. Ugh. Sorry. I'll be right back. Alright, it turns out the game mode will be 1, so we're going to want to find game mode 0, change that to game mode 1, and Control S to save. Now we're going to want to change our MOTD, message of the day, so I just deleted that. And you can go to minecraft.tools yet again, and we're just going to want to find custom server MOTD. And let's do something fun, maybe time it's bot fighting time. Red team ready. Blue team ready. Alright, and now let's, whoops, we can select the spaces here and hit this button. Actually, let's just do letter A's. And we have 4 A's here. 5, sorry, I can't count today. And then I know this looks weird right now, but trust me. And I can select the A's and hit this weird looking button right here. Now I can select this text and hit blue. I'm going to select this text and hit red. You can select all this and hit white. You can make it bold. You can make this bold and underlined. Let me hit preview. And this looks pretty cool. This is how it's going to look. And we can hit create. Now I copy this, paste it in server.properties. Note that this step was actually not necessary at all. Sorry. And we can just hit Control S. Now we're going to want to set max players to 1, just to avoid bugs, and Control S again. And that's all we have to do to that. Now our server, believe it or not, is all ready to go. So we're going to want to make a new folder in here called scripts. And this is just where we're going to put our code. Now, let's run our server, shall we? So I just hit the up arrow to run the same command again, because I haven't closed that window and it was still in my history. Alright, so we can see here that Raspberry Juice, which is our code plugin, is enabled. So I'll open up Minecraft and let's test the server out. Alright, so we're back at Raspberry Juice where we were before, so we're just going to hit here. We're going to want to go to src, main, resources, mcpi/api, Python, original. Wait, no, sorry. We're going to want to go here, download zip. Now we're going to want to go here, src, main, resources, mcpi, api, Python, original, mcpi. We're actually going to go back a folder, Control C. We're going to want to go into server, scripts, Control V. I'm also going to assume you have Python installed. If you don't, you're going to want to grab it from python.org. The latest version will do. Python 3.9 is the latest right now, 3.9.1. It might be something later for you if you're watching this in the future. I don't know, Python 3.9 is pretty close to Python 4, you never know. So, now we're going to X out of all these folders. I'm just using Alt F4 and Control W. So, now I've got all these files right here. Now we're going to want to open idle, which is Python editor. Hit Control N and type from mcpi.minecraft import Minecraft. MC equals Minecraft.create. Now we're going to save this. We're going to want to make sure we find our folder that where our server is and save it in scripts. Same folder that the mcpi folder is in. Oh, didn't type in a name. Let's type this in as test.py. Now we're going to Control F. Now we're just going to hit F5 and nothing really happened. If we go into the logs though, Raspberry Juice did something. Raspberry Juice is now saying starting input thread, open connection, blah blah blah. None of that's really important. However, mc.player.set pose 0, space 1000, space 0, and I'm going to have to reopen Minecraft. You might be able to guess what this does. You might not. We're going to go to multiplayer, localhost, Alright, now we're going to hit the Windows key to get out of full screen. F5. So it set my position to the spawn point, except 1,000 blocks above it. So that's my Y position up there. That was interesting, wasn't it? Let's try that again. Except harder. Now, while I fall from an infinite height, you might be thinking, well, how does this help me control robots? It's just making me fly. It's not robots. And I'm just gonna, yeah. But another very important thing we can do is get the player's position. And if we can get the position, X, Y, and Z, we can detect when the position has changed, and therefore when the player is walking. However, that's all we have time for today. So for now, I think that's going to be it. However, expect a new video on configuring this very, very soon. Bye!